see the Hollywood sign on fire like this, though.
It's beautiful.
These spaghettis.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Alex?
Happy birthday to you.
Yay! Yay, indeed. Construction is complete.
Exactly.
Oxenfree is my favorite video game in the entire world of all time. If you haven't checked out the ARG yet, look that up because I cannot believe it's absolutely incredible that such a small team did something so awesome like that. I'm so jealous. I wish I could have gone, but I'm not smart enough to figure things out. Hi, this is Present Day Rain speaking now. So, like the title says, 2023 is the 7-year anniversary of Oxenfree, and it's ARG. And as a gift to myself this year for my 26th birthday, I decided to finally do it. I decided to go to Bainbridge Island and see Fort Ward with my own eyes. The timing felt right for a number of reasons that I'll get into as the vlog goes, but nothing could have prepared me for how, serendipitous this trip really was. I knew 7 was a lucky number, but I just couldn't have asked for a more enjoyable experience, and I hope you can enjoy it too through this video. So, we woke up at 3:30 a.m. to drive to LAX, and we were listening to 88.3 on the radio, the first station you tune to in the game. One of the many coincidences you're about to see, but here is a picture of me on the plane, posting a picture of my cake to Twitter, which I tagged Night School Studio in, and they actually liked it. As always, I'll never get over how kind and interactive they are with fans. But yeah, near the end of our 2-hour flight, something... do you see the floating, circle light thing? Because, what the fuck? Look at this. This is a circle, a double circle rainbow. There is 2 circles. I've never seen a circle rainbow in my life, let alone a double rainbow. And the fact the shadow from the plane is, exactly in the center, what the fuck? I was losing my mind. I was losing my fucking mind. I was like, I cannot believe we just got that on camera. How are we not even there yet? And we're already seeing the most insane shit in the world. When we landed, we took the train from the Seattle airport to the seaport where we got tickets for the ferry, which was an integral part of the experience for me, and we waited until it was time to board. Sorry if my shaky footage is difficult on the eyes. I had never used this camera outside of my Let's Plays before, and I wasn't even looking at the viewfinder because I was recognizing things from the ARG. I didn't even know during the little, confessional moments in the documentary that they were inside the ferry at this little sit-down area, so that was a cool realization. We went and took a seat outside on the top of the boat, and some guy who took way too long to pick up on the fact that I super did not want to have a conversation with him and just wanted to enjoy the ride asked why we were there, and we told him the truth, and he said he would tell his son about the game because it seemed like something he would like. So hey, maybe we got a new Oxen fan out of this trip too. Either way, he eventually wandered off, and the Wenatchee set sail.
Passengers will disembark using the overhead walkway from the main passenger cabin. Cyclists should return to their bicycles at this time. All passengers must disembark the vessel upon arrival. Thank you for sailing aboard the Washington State Ferry. We look forward to seeing you again.
30 minutes later, we arrived in Bainbridge! Ah! Oh my gosh. Look at how happy I am. And I'm showing off my fit. It's hard to see, but I had all my Night School Studio merch on, like my Oxenfree pin and my After Party pin and the shirt. Oh yeah, and it was pointed out to me in Discord while I was planning this trip that the bus system was BI ride, so here's me trying and failing to film my buy flag pin. We asked at an information booth where to eat and started walking, and I'm pointing out the orca because I love orcas. I also love cryptids, so being in Washington activated that too.
Is there a giant octopus tentacle over there? Is that the octopus cryptid that we were reading about?
I hope so.
I only heard about that one recently, and it's simply just an octopus, as far as I know.
Oh, there's the poke station
yeah.
that she was talking about. Yeah, I'm trying to record the little Fresno Nightcrawler shaped leaf in this tree. It looks just like it. It's so funny.
Now that we weren't starving anymore, we could finally explore the island. We really only had the time and energy to look around town, but I would love to come back sometime, if not just to go to the museums and learn more about the history of the island. I'm genuinely interested in that kind of thing, and these plaques in this garden were the only things we got to see relating to it, and that's kind of the only regret I have about this trip. We went into all the shops though, and saw cute frog statues, like this one. I was joking with my mom that I would love Bainbridge so much that I'd just move there, but I mean, place covered in frog statues and orcas. I don't know if it's just a joke anymore. But we bought some chocolate, the most triangle-shaped seafoam they had at my mom's request, and then we took an Uber to our Airbnb because it was way in the woods down winding paths, and we found out our driver might be the only driver on the island because we got him again on the way back home too, so everyone say thank you to Andrew. Not Scientific Andrew, though we should thank him too. Uber driver Andrew. Otherwise, we would have had no transportation. Speaking of the Airbnb though, isn't it pretty? The cute yellow walls and the big cozy beds. We had a lot in common with the renters too, so it just felt so much like home. And then, right as we were settling in, the unthinkable happened. Okay, I'm freaking out. I literally just got to my freaking Airbnb 10 minutes ago, maybe less. And there's a release date trailer for Oxenfree II. What are the fucking odds? I'm in Bainbridge Island right now. I literally just got here, and I manifested the game. Sorry, also I'm modding for a stream right now. I'm gonna have to tell them that I will be right back. If I click this link and it's a prank or a joke, what are the odds of this? What are the fucking odds of this? Like, I'm in disbelief, actually.
Riley, are you there?
So, while it was not a prank or a joke, it was, let's just say, not the official release of the trailer, and the Night School Studio team has worked too long and too hard on this game for that, so I'm just blurring everything out for my own peace of mind, and maybe after this video, just give the official trailer a watch. Even if you've already watched it, a couple more views couldn't hurt, you know? I know it's kind of a drag that you don't get to see my live reaction, but I just don't feel comfortable showing it, and I'll just let past me sum it up. Guys, this is gonna be fucking insane. Holy shit. I have like chills. What the I'm seeing too much. Oh my god, I don't want to see it, actually. I changed my mind. And she was right. But hey, you still get to see my post-trailer reaction, which, in my opinion, is a better reaction anyway, so here you go. It's out in July. It's out in fucking July. For 3 years, I'm gonna actually cry. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm like literally such a mess from traveling. Please don't look at me. I'm literally gonna start crying. Oh my god. The timing. The fucking timing. I cannot believe I manifested this. I'm literally here right fucking now. Wow. This was posted at 3:13 p.m. and like I remember walking through the door and looking at my phone and it was 3:13. It was like literally the exact same moment. Bye. When we woke up the next day, it was raining, so I had to say goodbye to using my HD camera. I knew this was very likely to happen, it being Seattle and all, so I wasn't too brokenhearted. It also just so happened to be Asexual Visibility Day. Another coincidence. I wasn't kidding about the coincidences, y'all. And then here I am, signing off. It's all crusty phone footage from here. I'm wearing my Nona shirt and beanie for today, as well as a hoodie I've had since I was a kid. It has a cassette tape pattern on it, so I thought it was appropriate. We were within walking distance of Fort Ward, by the way, about a 40-minute trek, so at noon we set off. The glitches in these recordings aren't edited, by the way, my phone just sucks, but it adds to the atmosphere, don't you think? We got a little lost and ended up on what I think was a private beach where I built a rock tower. I should have taken a picture of it, but getting back onto the public path once we realized our mistake took priority. It was also difficult to take pictures in general because of just how hard it was raining. I'm grateful we were able to record it all. I didn't mind hiking in it either. I love the rain, of course. It's in the name. And in fact, I'd say it was for the better because we were like the only souls out that day. We ran into 1 or 2 people the whole time, so we didn't disrupt anyone with our filming. I also need to mention just how beautiful it was out here even before we got to the park. The spring cherry blossoms were in full bloom, the trees were all mossy, and I saw ferns for the first time in years. It had been a long time since I was in nature the way it is out here, and it was just refreshing, relaxing, rejuvenating even. And then, suddenly, we were just there.
We're literally here. We're at the fucking place. The stairs and everything. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Fort Ward. The place. This is where the miracle happened. I'm gonna cry. I've waited 7 years. 7 years to stand in exactly this frickin' spot, man. What the hell?
If I look like a child waddling around, it's just because I'm incredibly short. But also, I did kind of feel like a kid again. I had as much fun jumping around here as I did jumping around as Alex in-game. I mentioned in my playthrough video of the game that I was around the same age as the characters when I first played it, and yeah, it's always special when you're able to complete a childhood dream in adulthood. It's a feeling that can't quite be described, but I suppose that's why I wanted to film it, so it could be seen and memorialized. I will say though, while we're talking about memorializing things, the fact guns were mounted to these, I just learned the name, parapets, is not something lost on you when you're here. I don't believe in ghosts, sorry to the sunken, but I believe that we can feel like weird or whatever when we are in a place with a bad past, like say a place where war secrets were hijacked. This structure, Battery Vinton, was just the beginning though. The actual ARG retrieval spot was at Battery Thornburg, so that was my ultimate goal. We had to keep finding shelter from the rain under trees or in the restroom areas to look at the maps and parts of the ARG documentary to find out where we were going. I saw this tree that reminded me of the big one from the game in Toei Woods that's part of the radio tour, the roosting tree. The one that's bent, like, all to the side from the wind or something. It makes sense that the one in the game was still standing, but this one, I am still racking my brain to try and figure out how it persisted to grow like this. It grew straight against the ground for a while. How symbolic. How inspiring. And, I'm pointing out some mushrooms I saw growing on the tree. Thank you, Digi, very cool. And then I saw a bug but he crawled away before we could catch him on camera. Thornburg was marked with a camera on the map, I guess to note it as a photo opportunity, and boy, was that an understatement. We turned the corner, and I just could not believe my eyes. It was so much bigger than I thought it was going to be. I don't know if it was because of the large amount of people there in the ARG tricking my eyes or what, but I was not expecting it to be so much more expansive than Battery Vinton. There was also just so much fucking more graffiti than there was in the documentary. Like, it was almost bare on the outside in 2016. Now it's like, it's a full-on art exhibit. I'm unsure if it's because Oxenfree and the ARG brought more attention to this place, or if, like, quarantine and lockdown led to more bored people being drawn here, or both, but it's shocking how much it has changed. I guess 7 years is a long time in the grand scheme of things, so maybe it's not so surprising, but I could not find any of the graffiti that I'd seen online. And at the time of this voice recording, it's been another month since I was there, so it's probably even changed since then. And this isn't a complaint, I love that. That's what graffiti is for, anyway, to honor the ever-changing nature of art. Leave a comment if you or anyone you know did any of the graffiti in this video. I would be delighted to know, and memorialize that too. We didn't get a good shot of it, but there is a sick summoning circle on the floor inside this building, and I need you to know that. There are also these, like, deeper bunker areas, but because everything was so flooded, we couldn't realistically get into any without losing a shoe. Besides this one. Unfortunately, ma'am, I'm gonna have to censor you. I'm sorry, I don't want to. It's just a precaution. I will not risk YouTube taking this video down. This is me prematurely pointing out the Shrek graffiti. Don't worry, we'll get that one a close-up. And here is one of those rare moments where I wish I'd been able to get audio of what I was saying at the time. Basically, there was this mysterious gooey lump affixed to the ground. I still do not know what this was, but we were joking that a The Last of Us style cordyceps infection was going to break out. This one was my favorite bit of graffiti in the whole fort, if you can't tell by my face. God, I never went into detail during my Oxenfree playthrough about my experience with the ARG. One of the many reasons why I'm not married to that video, even more so now that it's been a year. Like, why would I ever make a joke about voice acting for $0? Voice actors should be paid and employed properly, and I promise, if and when I am ever cast as a VA, I will be compensated properly. But as I was saying, I was actually following the ARG fairly closely while it was happening. I wasn't able to help solve anything, like I said, though I was in the Oxenfree Discord briefly before my fear of social situations overwhelmed me and I left, not to rejoin for many years. But I made sure to be aware of whenever someone cracked a code, and I got to actually watch part of the geocache retrieval live through a stream on Twitter. The only reason I couldn't watch it all was due to internet connectivity issues. And, oh, wait, the graffiti that says Nasty Cult, Lost Signals reference? Hello? Is that on purpose? Oh, and I also found a toy soldier on the ground.
A good soldier. He's down.
Okay, I'm stalling. I try not to get too personal on this channel, but this is really important to this video and the whole reason I even went on this trip now, so fuck it. This year, I was able to get back into therapy again for the first time in 10 years, and there is a high chance I will finally be diagnosed with PTSD, which I'm sure you're aware is basically the stuck in the past disorder. My hope is that I can look back on this video and be able to say, this marks a moment in my personal growth and the day my life really began, and I will no longer stay in this endless loop of anxiety and depression, and I'm going to learn how to move on and never miss out on something like the ARG again due to my poor mental health. Just like the game taught me. So Thank you, Oxenfree. Thank you, Fort Ward. Thank you, Bainbridge Island. Thank you, Night School Studios. Thank you, Adam, Sean, Bryant, Scientific Andrew, Kevin, Spencer, Heather, Danae, and everyone else who has left or joined the team. You made something very important and magical, and I'll never forget it. So that's it. When it came time to leave, of course, I didn't want to say goodbye, but actually there's one more coincidence. The log of our trip is literally a triangle, like we traveled in exactly the shape of a gate, of a portal. Alright, see you July 12th.